My name is Tijuana Jackson. I'm an ex-convict turned motivational speaker, and you've just tuned into another episode of Loud Advice.
Tijuana Jackson. This is what matters to me.
Let's go to G+. Wilson X from Google Plus writes, TJ, I'm a 3-time felon, and when it comes to applying for jobs, I feel like if they know I'm an ex-felon, they won't hire me, and if I don't tell them I'm an ex-felon, they'll let me go as soon as they find out. What can the brother do? The first thing is, man, make no mistake, nigga, it's not a mistake, okay? The squeeze is on. The state know that they're gonna make more money from you if you in prison, okay, than if you got you a job and was living an independent life, okay? But let's be real. A job is not the most independent life. What I would like for you to do is become an entrepreneur. I would like for you to find a way to raise capital and start a legal business, and that's how you truthfully beat the system. These motherfuckers know what they're doing. That's why they got the squeeze on you. It's not a mistake that you are regarded as lesser of a citizen once you've been to jail. Don't get it wrong, once Bernie Madoff get out of jail, that nigga gonna have his own reality show. Oliver North had his own reality show, and that nigga admitted to drug trafficking. But if you are serious about getting a job, go to ranker.com, and they have a list of companies that do hire ex-felons. Another thing you can do is, man, you can do what I did. I went to my parole officer and I asked her for a list of the job assistant organizations, within my jurisdiction that help ex-felons get jobs, okay? And they did help me get a gig, but I lost that gig, and I'm gonna tell you why. Another thing that I learned about us ex-felons, man, sometimes we apply for jobs, we go apply for jobs looking like this. You can't go apply for a job looking like this. Yeah, I think I make a good banker. I like to work behind the counter at a bank. What y'all paying? If you talk to your potential employer like that, more than likely he's gonna assume you will eventually rape his daughter. Also, another thing you gotta know is what jobs to avoid. I tried to get a job driving an armored bank truck, they said no. I tried to get a job working at the pharmacy, they said no. I tried to get a job at the daycare, they said no. I tried to get a job at a girls' boarding school, they said no. I eventually got a job at a crystal meth lab and ended up back in the joint. That's the thing, nigga, let's be real, nigga, we ex-convicts. Motherfuckers ain't gonna be trusting us right off the bat, so we have to go for that long-term relationship. And one way to make sure that you don't get used in the process is if you get the motherfucking type of gig where they're willing to pay for your education to help you advance in the job, okay? But here's the thing. This is where ex-convicts really fuck up, okay? What you gotta have, my nigga, is you gotta have a plan. What's my famous saying? You gotta think with ink. I need you to write down them goals, map out a plan, my nigga. And you know what? Another thing, man, that I did, I started a dick product business on the internet, and that shit blowed up. You don't necessarily have to go down and be a laborer, but you can learn skills on how to work on the internet and make a lot of money. It's like I say, man, pimping ain't dead, nigga. Pimping is just digital. And if a hoe don't know how to sell that cock on the internet, you know what I'm saying? She gonna make half the revenue of that bitch that's getting up in the morning and getting on Twitter and making that pussy available to the early bird. I don't know what I just said right there, but I think it made sense. The only way that I truthfully see any type of freedom in America is through entrepreneurship. Ex-convict or not, my nigga, the bottom line is this. If you truly are willing to apply yourself and do whatever it takes, you can have anything you want in this country except for your privacy. Clap on Twitter. Get me paid on Twitter asks Tijuana Jackson, how do you successfully leave a dice game in the hood with all your money and other niggas' rent money? I think the easiest way to leave would be in a body bag. Maybe the fastest way would be in a hearse. Clap on Facebook. Brandon Collins on Facebook asks TJ, does heavy hitters, aka fat girls, cooking taste better? Well, I guess it does if you like the taste of insulin and diabetes, you stupid nigga. This forum is for serious questions. Look, on some real shit, I speak from the heart, man. I'm all about health and happiness, and I want to liberate the youths, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, look, man, it's a lot of people out there that's telling y'all all kind of bullshit about what it is to be gangster and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? And they out there pushing their magnums all off on these little gals. Anybody can take advantage of some caged deer. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to rumble with the tough niggas, you got to learn this prison logic game. Fuck a job. I want a nigga to be an independent entrepreneur, okay? Because then you get to make your own hours. And then you do something to make you happy. And if it make you happy, guess what? You know what I'm saying? You're going to make other people happy. And if you make other people happy, guess what? Okay? It's less robberies going on. See what I'm saying? So like I said, man, if you got a question, hit a nigga up. My name is Tijuana Jackson. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Skype. I'm on fucking Google Plus. You should have no excuse. Put a question right here in the comment box. A nigga will get back at you. You know what I'm saying? And just because I'm working for these white folks, nigga, y'all gotta come subscribe to my channel, nigga. Hit me at TijuanaJackson.com, PrisonLogic.tv. Nigga, I go on.
Sneakerheads they pay attention to detail. They care about the leather, they care about the insole.
Shit, nigga, put me in the gym with her for 3 weeks. I build a tool shed on that back. And just cause you slim don't mean you fit.